To the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything.
He's got a man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And his throw is incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off play action. Daniels. And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there, pushes this to 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken 1st overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington! With his 11th touchdown on the ground, number 13 overall. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all? I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And the Rams sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
From the 50 at Stafford. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
And the Commanders' first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 34-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. 3rd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. From the gun on 3rd down. Daniels. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Robinson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Robinson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Operating from the gun. Daniels. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And that one complete downfield to Cup. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you
kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
To throw on second down, Daniels escaping the pressure right, breaks a tackle, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down, Washington.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. We'll get this up to about the 44.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down and a run by Robinson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Offside, defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, Daniels caught on the slant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Robinson will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll run for it with Eckler as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defense up front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Quick slant. Dotson. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Quick slant to Crowder. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stafford. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Daniels. That is caught, and he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
2nd and short. Is it a no-brainer to think I give it to my fullback and I pick it up?
You would think a no-brainer, but that time able to hit him for a loss.
Yeah, definitely was not a gimme, was it?
Touchdown! Jahan Dotson. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Warren. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff for Warren. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. Now Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down. So signals the referee as they're going to convert by about a yard there on 4th and 5. Big conversion. To throw is Stafford. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
They run with Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Washington.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. This is Hines. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
And the Washington offense going back to work. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll run with Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Defense.
So, big turn of events there. They had him sacked on 3rd down, but the hand to the face going to give him new life.
And when it comes to protecting quarterbacks, partners, you well know, these officials are not going to hesitate if they see a tug on the mask. Heck, if they see a hand up near the mask, the flag's going to come out.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't? And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7.